Dark Seer.
Long through it.
Dire team pick.
Alright, hello everyone. Just trying to do the cast in English, just to see how it goes. That's why it wasn't scheduled, so we're watching the defense Absolute Legends versus Team Baguette. Let's see first bans and picks. Nyx Assassin, Magnus, Undying, Batrider banned. First pick was Darkseer from Team Baguette and Absolute Legends. Got one druid and they're thinking what shall they do next. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty horrible, because I didn't have much practice with my English, so we shall see. They pick Rubik, no surprise here. Let's see what Team Baguette will do. Shall they pick Luna to try and outpush Lone Druid? They already have a Darkseer, good solo hero, so they can pick like one good support and a carrier or solo mid, just to avoid them being banned in second phase.
5 seconds remaining.
They're taking their reserve time. Well, they have a Rubik, Absolute Legends, that's why picking huge ultimates might be, well, let's put it like that, not that beneficial. Like usually what other teams will do, they would pick Lina. Let me turn on the music, it confuses me a little. Well, you could pick like Luna, you could pick like Brewmaster, but then Rubik steals your Eclipse, steals your Primal Split, and suddenly it's not all pleasant.
Dire team pick.
Templar Assassin, Lanaya, Keeper of the Light. So you can already say that Templar Assassin will be going mid, Darkseer, either solo or in the jungle. Well, it depends.
Of pain.
And Absolute Legends get Queen of Pain. So let's start banning phase. Team Baguette, what do they got? They see that Absolute Legends need one tri-lane support and maybe one tri-lane farmer, because Lone Druid can farm solo lane, but you can never be sure. He can be a tri-lane farmer as well, so they are much safer for now just banning supports, like whoever goes with Rubik. Any stunner, basically, like, I don't know, like Leshrak, whatever. Let's see what they come up with.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
They also need one support, but they have a first pick after this banning phase, so Chaos Knight. That was quite an unusual ban. Like, of course he would go to tri-lane with Rubik and some other support, but I don't know how that will fit.
Radiant team ban.
Absolute Legends, they're banning Sven because they see there is a Keeper of the Light and Team Baguette needs more carry potential, of course, because they don't have a tri-lane farmer. So I guess Absolute Legends will be just banning all the carries, like ban Lifestealer, ban whatever else, like Luna, maybe even. Although they have a Rubik, like, you can never be sure how it will go. Baguette, banning Chen. Let's see if the Absolute Legends will continue with the carries. They need one more lane support as well, but any stunner will do here. So, supports are not the issue. So far they are banning obvious combos with Keeper of the Light, because low mana heroes with Chakra Magic, with Keeper of the Light constantly refilling the mana, well, it can be really problematic for someone to stay in that lane against them. Because constant spam of long range abilities like Spirit Lance, like Eliminate, and whatever the third support will have, well, it can just kill you even though you are a Darkseer or whatever. Okay, let's check the last ban. They banned Chen and they are thinking about the last ban. I'm kind of surprised about their bans, but I guess they're not that experienced team. Ban Lifestealer. they realized that Absolute Legends need a tri-liner on their own. So now the pool of tri-line heroes,
Radiant
like
team
very
pick.
good carry heroes that are viable early game as well, is not that big. So Luna is banned from Absolute Legends. You have no Lifestealer, no House Knight, no Phantom Lancer, no Sven. So we shall see. First pick after the bans, Team Baguette. What shall they pick?
10 seconds remaining.
I think I would rather snatch a carry before Absolute Legends
5
got their turn
seconds
to do that.
remaining.
So some tri-liner, some good tri-liner
Reserve time.
that they don't want to give to Absolute Legends. What might that be? Well, they actually banned quite a lot of them, so there is not much left. Like really good heroes. 40 seconds remaining, so let us see. I'd rather not make any guess here. Just to explain why I'm doing it in English, because as you know, most of my casts are obviously in Russian.
I am Shadow Shaman.
Oh, they actually took a support, Shadow
Dire
Shaman.
team pick.
That's an unexpected pick, but he can be a good support. His shackles to in 5 seconds duration will allow to channel even more of Illuminate and deal some pretty good damage. So to reiterate,
Radiant
why I'm doing it
team pick.
in English, because most of casts are in Russian, and whenever I'm trying to like get more exposure, to put it like that, on foreign resources or on some, like for example when I'm discussing it with tournament admins, if that will ever happen, I'd like to give them a picture of how it looks like, because you know, when you provide like
10
your
seconds
WOD
remaining.
library and they're all in Russian, no one knows whether you're
5
discussing each
seconds
other mom
remaining.
here or actually doing a good job. I guess my bad English
Reserve time.
will make it a bit worse though. So let's see, Enigma for Absolute Legends.
10 seconds remaining.
So I guess
Dragon Knight.
Dragon Knight. Oh, that was unexpected.
Dire team pick.
So the tri-line will be obviously Keeper of the Light, Shadow Shaman, Dragon Knight, and here Lone Druid will be farming his lane, I guess. But let's wait for the last pick actually. Well, it is obvious now that Rubik will be making impulse. Well, just a usual support routine. Enigma, either jungle or maybe they'll send her to deny some farm, but
10
I really
seconds
doubt that.
remaining.
So she'll be jungling, and Queen of Pain will be going mid against Templar Assassin.
speak for
She
the
won't have much
trees.
trouble against her, so with her Shadow Strike, you can just spam it and Templar Assassin will have to play carefully. Nature's Prophet for the last pick. Nature's Prophet is actually really nice offlaner, so in case things go really bad, he can move to jungle even. They can split the jungle with Enigma, it's not an issue. Let's see how it will go. Alright. So what do we got here? Radiant side. Team Baguette. We have Mars on Darkseer. Oh yeah,
Prepare
Shadow
for
Demon.
battle.
Hugo on Keeper of Light, Pazzo Templar Assassin, and Slave on Dragon Knight. So they're already going all bottom, just to check if their pool going to be warded, whether there will be an invasion. But there is only a spirit there, and as well some treants. They're checking who will go where, just to be sure. Dire side, standing Unicorn. At the moment, Absolute Legends, they are playing like only Mania. Let's find him. Absolute Legends Mania on Enigma. Only he has a tag now. All 4 other people are stand-ins, but we shall see whether they will form a stable team actually, eventually. So, Miguel, Nature's Prophet,
30
Merlini,
seconds to battle.
Queen of Pain, and who did I forget? Miracle on Rubik. So, let's see. Everyone is waiting for the rune. Jungler checked, so there are no invasions from both sides. There is ward here already. What's that? Oh, I can actually share the the announcers from the replays.
The battle
That's pretty sick.
begins.
So the fun, the treants. What Nature's Prophet is trying to do, he's trying to aggro these creeps, the first creep wave, and to pull it back with his treants. Somehow they are named Lesser Eidolon. I think it's a replay bug. I think it's the previous version, because there was a patch yesterday and sometimes it bugs out when it happens. Spirit Bear. He's named Lycanwolf and he got invisible. Wards are also look pretty weird on the map. Usually it's a small eye, but okay, we'll go with that. So lanes meet. Merlinium. Already 1 point at Shadow Strike. We have a pause, but it's a replay, so we can basically just do it like that. To skip it.
Oh no.
Darkseer, 3 creeps already. Darkseer is in the jungle, so it's really small creeps and not that much gold. Merlin is trying to play a Hera's game. He wins that easily because he has a Shadow Strike, but at the same time he have to keep in mind that Queen of Pain is quite fragile here as well. So they already use Salve, both of them. Templar Assassin, he knew he was going to go against the Queen of Pain. That's why he bought not the fast bottle, like not 3 iron branches and tango, but he bought an additional tango, additional salve and a branch, so he has a bit more stats, a bit more regen. He'll be able hopefully to survive. Miguel is going to get initiated on. For some reason, Shadow Shaman, he actually leveled Ether Shock on level 1, so otherwise they might actually get a kill on Miguel, because, well, you know, Nature's Prophet is not actually the fattest hero. Doesn't have much health on early level, like 587. It's pretty much like Shadow Shaman. More Shadow Strikes on Templar Assassin. Merlinium. This is another salve. Did he bought 2? I think so. Oh, he might have brought some with Korea.
Double damage.
400 gold, so bottle is on its way. Here, almost 600. Almost a bottle. He needs 1 creep, but now he can afford it, even without doing any last hits.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Miguel
attack.
doing a pretty good job. He pulls creeps behind his tower, so he can get a safe experience. He's trying to do it again, so all you need to do is just auto attack at once, like do some damage to creeps, and they walk past the tower, and basically you're good. Darkseer trying to do the pull. Miracle was trying to steal it, to interrupt it. He almost succeeded, but not quite. He managed to pull 2 of his ranged creeps, or almost the whole wave actually, so he did a pretty good job here. Darkseer got 3 creeps, but nothing more. Let's check Enigma. Enigma is farming, so all is good. He got the smoke as well, so I think we'll see some early roaming. Berlinium. His bottle is on the way. Also, Soul Ring for Mania, for Enigma. And here comes the Rubik. Oh, a little bit out of range, unfortunately. He was trying to lift him up with telekinesis, and hopefully then they would be able to get a first blood. But unfortunately he was a few units short of range. Let's see. Creeps. Obviously Enigma is leading because there are small creeps in the jungle, so that doesn't count. Let's see. Bear. The Lone Druid. What do we got here? Boots of Speed, Ring of Protection, Orb of Venom, so he'll get his Tranquil Boots pretty soon. 20 creeps, not too shabby. Miracle. Throwing Darkseer on a cliff, now he have to buy a Tomb Portal Scroll. They can also now stand here and camp the courier. As you can see, all of them are moving in here. They are also waiting for Melini. They could try and kill Darkseer. And now there is the rescue party. Templar Assassin gets caught in Malefice stun. Merlini blinks in, more telekinesis. Rusty is trying to help, but all he got is the shock and shackle, and that's not really helpful. And we have a first blood.
Spilled first blood.
So they tried to
Just
save
a
Darkseer, but
little.
instead they got a kill on mid hero, so it was actually very good for Absolute Legends, this opportunity. Whenever you have this opportunity as a Rubik, you should always try and throw people to the cliff. As you can see, it can be quite beneficial. The courier, what we got here?
Radiant's
Someone's
middle
boots.
tower is
Oh,
under attack.
it's Queen of Pain's boot. Got both of got boots. Doing okay. Last hit wise 17 and 12 last hits on Lanai side. Well, obviously she died. So we can check the graph. They have a huge, well, not that huge, but for 6th minute having this kind of XP and gold advantage is actually pretty nice. Night time. It's a good time for ganking because everyone have a smaller vision. So let's see, 6th minute Throne spawned on bottom, it's invisibility, and Templar Assassin is going for that one.
Radiant's
Queen of Pain is
middle
blinking,
tower is
trying
under
to
attack.
take it. Get shackled. Let's strike. Merlini. One more hit.
What a pain
And
in
he's
the...
gone. Because he blinked, he was hurried. He was in a hurry to the rune, he used the blink and it was only level 1 blink, so he had a 12-second cooldown. That's why even after the long shackle, the mad strike, everything, he could not blink out because he already blinked in, it was on cooldown. And Team Baguette gets a revenge kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's check the bot lane. 10 of Midas on Dragon Knight. Well, that's something. Well, I think mostly it's just for extra experience from creeps. I know, like, farm boost is nice, but for Dragon Knight getting really fast to level 16 is really beneficial. Because during fights, all you do is you spend your time being in dragon form, and Blue Dragon is obviously
Dire's bottom tower
best
is
one.
under attack.
Let's see if he will survive, actually, if the whole Baguette team will survive till that moment. Because, you know, oh, here's a battle, put Black Hole on 2 people, they caught Darkseer, they caught Lanaya. Lanaya stands in melt. Oh, she activated the invisibility rune, and they don't have any sentries. She has Iron Shell as well, so he might try and kill. Oh, slight mistake. Unicorn put to the left, and Templar Assassin gets just thrown away. Not bad. Well, they wasted Black Hole to kill Darkseer, but I wouldn't call that a waste even. Like, whenever you can get a kill with the Black Hole, just go for it. Especially in early game. Like, you won't have any 5-on-5 team fights, so there was no sense holding it. Templar Assassin, they're trying to get some revenge kills, but I simply don't see it happening. He's hiding in melt here. He's waiting for someone to come and pull. He had a trap here, so if Rubik's support would go and try to pull, or Enigma will try to go jungle, he would try to do some ganking. Let's check Merlini. Power threads. Well, at least not Boots of Trail. Doing pretty good actually. We can switch to net worth. We can see Dragon Knight, because of his Hand of Midas, he's the first one, farm wise, in the first place. His Hand of Midas has his Magic Wand, Boots of Speed, some extra golden stash, and here we see Miguel killing Darkseer like that. I guess they damaged him from that side, and Nature's Prophet just teleported down below to catch the running guy, and he succeeded. Darkseer was trying to hide in the jungle, but Realm destroyed the trees with his Trend Creation. What's it called? Nature's Call. What's that? Merlini. Just sent his bottle to refill in the fountain. It's actually a nice courier with the shitty wizard. Meanwhile, Dragon Knight. So they actually traded towers here, so both teams are one tower down now. Green Dragon farm actually helps a lot when we are talking about killing the tower.
Dire's
10 minutes
bottom
in.
tower is under attack.
1 for 3. And on the grass we see Dire team already have some advantage. Even despite the Midas, the hand of Midas on Dragon Knight. The supports are very poor, like Rasta, Shadow Shaman, Keeper of the Light, all of them. And here we see very early Roshan attempt. They have a lot of minions to do the tanking, so it should not be an issue.
Dire's structures are
Wonder
fortified.
if Merlini will come to help, but he's trying to distract all other guys. No one will look for Enigma and for Nature's Prophet, because usually they are hiding in the forest most of the time, so this Roshan will be very unexpected, very surprising for Team Baguette. And slowly but surely they're bringing him down.
Dire's middle
There we go.
tower is under attack.
Merlini takes the edges.
Immortality.
He also got the experience, he was staying in experience range. So that's a really huge early game experience boost. This is really quite important. They lost a tower for that, but that's a fair trade, so that's still pretty good. They also were distracting the attention away from the unicorn. He has almost 3k, so he'll get his sacred relic pretty soon if he goes for it. So now they noticed that actually Lone Druid is free farming, so we need to do something about it. But he's already in the jungle, he has his true form, pretty tanky. 3 people are going after him. He already spotted Templar Assassin, now trying to get away. Slowed it down. Psionic Trap. So basically nothing happens, they realize they cannot go on him. They cannot dive the tower to kill this tanky guy.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He goes back to farm.
Double damage!
Keeper of the Light finds double damage, Miguel forces in, does the sprout and gets killed with his Wrath of Nature.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Miracle,
attack.
he stole actually the dragon form and it's very good
Radiant's
for
middle
the push.
tower has fallen.
So now they can push as well. It's actually a good time, around 15 minutes. First tower starting to go down and next team fights will be full scale 5-on-5 team fights. Have some brain farts here and there, because you know my English is not that perfect, so it may sound really bad. They were looking for Dragon Knight actually, but Furion scared him away. So he's trying to TP. No disables here, and he gets out. Miracle just a little bit too late. He could do his telekinesis on the cliff trick. They could camp the courier afterwards. So here are the money on Sacred Relic. 13 minutes, actually pretty good. Did he buy it? Yes, he did. And now people are looking to gank him again, but it's already too late. Even if they kill him, it doesn't matter now. 4 people on Baguette team are coming to the top. They're trying to distract Absolute Legends team from the Dragon Knight. He's trying to farm as hard as possible, as fast as possible, but so far, even though he's
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
on first place net worth wise, I don't see
Dire's top
him
tower
carrying
is
it,
under attack.
because you know Lone Druid is
Radiant's
going to get
bottom
his
tower
radiance
is
very
under
soon,
attack.
and you'll have to do something about it. Like when they group up as 5, they have Black Hole, they have all kinds of stuff that Ruby can steal from their team, and basically it can be
Radiant's bottom
really
tower has
troublesome
fallen.
to defend this push. They have a lot
Dire's
of
top
minions, they
tower
have a
is
Spirit
under
Bear,
attack. Dire's
so
top
I
tower
think in
has
like
fallen.
5 minutes the towers will start going down even faster. Templar Assassin, she took the tower down, bought herself a Blink Dagger. She's 0-1, so she has no kills yet, but hopefully she'll find some with the Blink Dagger. It really helps. Money with Miracle, just doing some split pushing, just pushing the bot lane, but Dragon Knight is really happy to see all the creeps coming his way. I think he's rushing a BKB. He has an Ogre Club, so I'm not sure whether it's a good choice. They have a lot of spells that go through BKB, but they also have a huge magic AoE from Queen of Pain, so even considering all those disables, Shadow Strike for example, Malefice Stun, you don't want to get it, especially when you are Chaos Knight in Dragon form and are trying to reach hit at least someone. Oh, they found Mania trying to run and gets hexed, and looks like they get away. So 5 people in the Radiant Forest now. Team Baguette groups up, but obviously there is no one here anymore. Mania doing pretty decent actually. Got full mech, 1.5k. Some words on Rubik, nothing special here. And point booster on Merlini. He bought it a while back, so just to tank himself up a little, gives him a little health, a little mana. We'll do an Aghanim afterwards with that. So let's see, the bear, I think it's Radiance Wrist flying out. Yeah, it is. So 16-minute Radiance, that's pretty neat. So Furion should buy his stuff and they can already group up and try to look for a fight. For example, they can go tier 2 bottom. Let's see if they have a smoke. They could try to smoke gank enemy forest beforehand, but I don't think it's even necessary. Furion bought a 4 staff right away. So as you can see, experience gold advantage despite Dragon Knight doing his best to farm. That's just not happening. Mostly because Rasta and Keeper of the Light, they are not doing anything, they're just walking around the map. Of course they do some warding, counter warding, but besides that they basically wasting their time, they're not getting any experience, any farm. And I'm not quite sure if it's a good idea for... Let's see.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Stream should be back now. Have a small stream drop sometimes. Hopefully it will be fixed later. Okay, so the fight is brewing. They're all ganking a bear. Rasta almost got burned by Radiance, like from the full health. He got few hits from a bear and now he already has to fly home. And suddenly Team Baguette realized they cannot push Mania. Split pushing from one side, Furion from another, and they're wasting time on middle, all 4 of them. Someone has been recalled. Oh, it's Rasta, so he managed to regen a little health. Dragon form. Okay. So they're still trying to go after those towers despite actually losing 2 towers. So that's not a good trade for them even. I wonder why they like not do that. They should TP and defend the tower, so there was no point in wasting time. What? He could not see him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So eventually Mania gets the tower. That was a really good split push, so they grouped Baguette, grouped all 5.
Radiant's top tower
Instantly Enigma with Eidolons and Nature's Prophet. Go on split push.
Uproot and after them.
So we see already Stone on Nature's Prophet, so he's trying to get his hex going. Won't do it. They're trying to gank him, but eventually realized he's just too tanky for them. And Mania almost got a BKB after the last tower he got. He looks pretty happy about it. Someone got a Blink Dagger, it's miracle. Well, that will allow for a long range initiation with clicking his. Merlini waits for his Aghanim Scepter. He's level 12, so he has Level 2 Sonic Wave, that's pretty decent. Let's see levels on this side. Level 7 Rasta, level 10 Darkseer, level 10 Templar Assassin. Well, basically most of their heroes except Dragon Knight are below level 11. So it's a good chance to fight. Both teams looks like they both timed Roshan, so Team Baguette still wants to contest it. They're walking around in smoke, walking on the sentry ward, so they will not surprise anyone here. Rubik has some traps on his own, so he stole psionic traps from Templar Assassin and gives his team some vision. So now we see again, they're trying to group up. Gone middle, they have Mass Serpent Wards again. And there they go. I think they should fight, yeah. I don't know why Absolute Legends are not in the shade. They're waiting for the Enigma. Enigma is pushing the lane and he needs to get a BKB. So he's like, guys, please wait. I'm about to get my BKB. The recipe flying in instantly. And now they can fight. They're very strong now. Miguel. He's pushing, got his 4-star, got almost 1.5k. So, the tower goes down because, well, it took a bit of time to get the recipe to group up. They just didn't have enough time to respond properly, unfortunately. I was really hoping to see a 5-on-5 fight. So far it's not happening. So Roshan actually respawned, and Team Baguette trying to walk around to see what happens.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Trap goes down immediately, and they catch Darkseer. Darkseer almost got thrown to the cliff. Trapping. He almost succeeded with trapping Enigma, but Black Hole onto people, Sonic Wave, and already -2. They catch Dragon Knight, he gets tangled. Templar Assassin gets caught in Sprout and basically just dies. He had a Shadow Strike on her, she was burned from Radiance. So
Radiant's top tower is
they
under
traded
attack.
3 heroes for 2, so it's actually not that bad for Team Baguette. Actually thought it might be really bad. So it was actually decent. At least not a full team wipe. Dragon Knight, he wasted his 10-second BKB charge, as well as Enigma, but Enigma, they got 2 kills because of that black hole. So it was pretty good actually for them. For Absolute Legends team. Lone Druid is trying to farm his Kiras, because looks like they don't want to get the last tower as of now, so they got both tier 2 towers on bot and on top lane, just doing a split push, and so far it's working out. Let's see here. Or 10,000 going that way on Gold Graph as well. And here's a Keeper Stone. Hop hop hop. Someone got caught. It's a Keeper of Light, and Enigma gets a kill. That's a really good kill. And the other one, so now they can push. They killed the very important anti-pusher that could destroy the whole creep wave, all those minions, to be a nuisance during siege pushes. And they killed Templar Assassin, so I don't know what was she doing here. Maybe she was hoping to save her friend, but there's so much people around, it just didn't happen. So by the looks of it, it's green light to get the tower, maybe even the racks to there. Brings tower down really fast because he has a Hyperstone, he has a Radiance, so does huge damage. He's demolishing. Nice vacuum into the wall, but Enigma, BKB already, got no black hole unfortunately. Rubik gets killed. They're trying to gank a Spirit Bear. Spirit Bear dies. Go. Flying away. Oh, they got vision with Sonic Trap, so he got caught.
I will rise next season.
And double kill for Pasa. I think he bought back Did he? Let's check. No, I think he naturally respawned actually.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
25th minute, so respawn timers are not that big. Well, a bit sloppy play because they didn't go back as fast as they should have went. So welcome into the wall was decent, but Absolute Legends was a bit slow to get out, especially this Furion. Like, he force-staffed in a good direction, so he could just keep going, but unfortunately he decided he could sprout himself and get out. That just didn't happen. What do we see here? Hugo just buying bracers, trying to tank up. Because 2 deaths, that's not too shabby for a support here. Dark here, 3 deaths, have a mech, have a soul ring, PT even. Slave. He got a Dominator. He's not dominating any creeps so far, as I can see. Maybe they got them killed, but I don't know. There is Dire ward watching the Ancient, so it's a really good ward. In case Dragon Knight dominates a creep and tries to do some stacking, some Ancient stacking. Oh.
You never could keep a secret.
To interrupt. So, killing spree, they killed the Furion again, now he buys back. Yes, everyone is pissed, and they go in middle. They caught the Dragon Knight, if they kill him that will be huge. See if he has a buyback, he has a buyback, so... Black hole, even a black hole on it. And a Darkseer. Black hole on 2 people, not too shabby. Let's go ahead. Everyone got eliminated. I think Bellini jumped over it actually.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So, instant buyback from Dragon Knight. They'll fight 5 on 5. Like and move. Aka's speed there. Gets hexed. And they're taking racks down really fast. Miguel.
Radiant's middle barracks.
He stole Ice Dragon form, so that's really good. Elder Dragon form.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
So they got the mid racks, both melee and ranged, and they're getting away. No fight happens, and Absolute Legends should be pretty much happy about it. I actually feel my casting is really slow because of me trying to find the proper words in English, trying to like to not make it too silly, you know. It's a bit more alive when I cast in Russian. So as we see, well, pretty stable game from Absolute Legends. They got pretty strong lanes. There was no danger from this tri lane, so Nature's Prophet did a really good job on pulling the creeps and staying alive earlier game. And basically they just got farm on the bear.
Radiant's
Merlini
courier
did
has been killed.
decent. The courier has been killed. Where was it? I think Furion killed him. He's on the base already. Never mind. I'm trying to catch Merlini. He got Hex. Oh man, that's so much damage. There's a Desolator. Desolator, it stacks pretty nicely with Melt debuff. Melt debuffs 8 armor and -6 from Desolator, and you hit pretty damn hard. The refraction strikes. What do we got here? Do we have a Kyros? Yeah, we have Assault Kyros. So, even despite a few important kills, like they killed Furion twice, so he had to buy back. They killed Queen of Pain now, but Absolute Legends still looking very strong. Now Team Baguette have to constantly outpush the lane, the mid lane. It's getting pushed by Super Creeps. Who's here? Demon Edge and Dragon Knight. I've seen it worse again actually, I'm quite curious. Yeah, Unicorn is now in the first place, and despite his Midas, he died only one time. He almost instantly bought back, but even then, Dragon Knight just didn't have the proper space to farm. Like, they don't have the map to do it. Like, they have pretty much like this region, and if they walk across this line, they are susceptible to ganks. Small gangs, whatever. Blink dagger on Mania. Make BKB, 7 seconds on BKB, and as I told you, jungle are already invaded, so they have nowhere to go like Team Baguette. They're just trying to fight some farm, but so far it's not happening. They didn't even touch the ancients. Walking S5 constantly because they are so afraid. Bellini trying to bait with illusion. Rasta. I think he realized it's illusion in the end, so did not act stupid. Here's another illusion. And there is a push this way. Miguel actually will get his hex pretty soon. He's Scythe of the Y. He almost got it. Now he can go and get it in enemy ancient. Oh, in a secret shop. Miracle. Ultimate Orb as well, so they might get 2 hexes pretty soon. Oh, not that soon from Rubik. Oh! Suddenly, Elder Dragon on Mania tries to make up. But unfortunately it doesn't happen. He doesn't have a buyback, so it's almost free tower for Team Baguette. That was a good kill. Unfortunately their lanes are all pushed, so they cannot do anything on that side of the map. They have to go here and outpush this lane. They have to go here because there are super creeps, and they have to go here because here is Furion. Teleport was interrupted, so Furion tries to get away. He gets away nicely, and 4 people here are wasting time already. There was a creep wave and Templar Assassin got it. The rest of them just waste of time. Back to net worth, we can see these 3 people are doing very bad farm wise, even Rubik like, above of them. Well, it's understandable they are supports, so they shouldn't get too much farm, but at the same time you should be at least getting an experience, and they are not getting it because they are constantly walking S5. Scythe of the Y on Nature's Profit eventually. Finally. Merlini oversees the Roshan kill. It's a 3rd Roshan, so it's pretty important, that's why Team Baguette, they all gather near the Rosh pit. I think they are trying to contest it. Ooh, goes in. No. Laundry is fixed the edges and a good, really good black hole on 4 people. So -3 instantly, and now Dragon Knight is all alone in this world. Rubik was trying to run. I think, yeah, it was a gem. And triple kill from Millennium. And suddenly GG. Well, they understand that obviously that they'll lose the throne during that time. Only Dragon Knight had a buyback. So, good game. Well, actually, it's not that exciting brain farts. It's not that exciting a game. It was pretty stable from Absolute Legends side, and well, Team Baguette, they're pretty new to the scene and it kind of shows. Alright, so that's about it. I'll check the world later and see how it looks like. Most probably it looks horrible.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Keeper of the Light, the only one who's left. I don't think it's very manly to stay and do stuff even after GG was called. So he should actually disconnect. But it doesn't matter because throne is going down. And there we go. That's about it.